Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our EDST training section. And today we'll be having a live chat with someone special. She's someone I've always admired from a distance. But today I have the privilege of meeting her in person. And after spending some hours or some minutes with her today, I'm sure you would understand why I admire her from a distance. It's nice to have you join us today, Ma.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, for the benefit of our viewers, would you mind introducing yourself?
Okay, I would like to appreciate everyone. First, good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here. I'm happy to be here. My name is Orji Deborah, and it's a pleasure because I feel I am home. I'm here to do this with family, with community members, people that belong to me from my heart, and it has been a journey. When Heritage met me and said I'll be doing this, honestly, I declined because over time I don't want to come out. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to say it. I didn't even feel I've even gotten to that point that I can even share a story. But I understood something afterwards, and which is we all have a story regardless. We all have a story. So no matter how little the journey has been, it is a story to tell somebody because that person needs that to stand out. And here I'm a digital marketer that started off somewhere to where I am now, and we are still growing in the journey. Thank you.
Thank you for that brief introduction. It's a pleasure having you join us
Thank
today,
you. The pleasure too.
and thank you for honoring our invite. Would you mind sharing a little bit more about what you do in the tech space?
Okay. I would love to even say that I'm not that into techie yes. My friend will say, but I know that I started off as a community manager. And what do I do now majorly as a digital marketer? We know what marketing means. And now we say digital. That means you are also selling out a brand's perception online. You are selling out a brand's view, perspective online. All the business things we see people do, now we do it online. And doing it online, you do that with analytics. You think it's not just the traditional way whereby you display goods and you want to make your profits. But this time around, as a digital marketer, it comprises of a lot of things. A social media manager, a web developer. It's a chain. I would like to call it a chain. It's a chain whereby each segment come together to achieve a common goal, and which is the goal of your client, right? So we all come together. Sometimes I might play the role of a social media manager. Sometimes I'll play the role of even a graphics designer. I also play, currently, I'm even trying to learn how to play the role of a developer. Well, it's not an easy thing, but we
Yeah,
are getting there, right? So it's a whole lot that we do, all to achieve a
it's a
common
bit
goal, the
wrong.
same goal, yes.
Oh, that's a whole lot. And then, like, it may seem to be just a specific few specific areas in tech. I actually think you're doing great. And for our EDST students who are into social media management, graphics designing, and web development, I believe you understand the reason why we inculcate some of these courses. So you'll be able to handle different things, even as a social media manager, the graphics aspect, the digital marketing part of it. I believe this short intro has given you an insight to why we made our courses the way it is currently. Thank you very much, Ms. Deborah.
You're welcome.
So, what's something exciting you're currently working on?
Okay, something exciting that I'm currently working on. So I would say it's the joy of acquiring new knowledge. Yeah. Earlier I mentioned that aside from the conventional way of doing marketing as we know, so bringing it on board in digital space, you have to understand certain things to thrive, certain things to do well. No, let me even use the word. You have to understand certain things to be exceptional. And because of that knowledge, I'm on the journey of learning the PR, right?
Okay, yeah.
Learning skills in PR, learning crisis management, and also brand management,
Management.
importantly, because I want to give out my services exceptionally. So it's an exciting thing for me now.
Brand management. That's something I would love to learn or venture into sometime in future. Well, while I'm done with the field that I'm working on currently, because it really helps a lot as a manager, a social media manager, or a digital marketer. It will help you to have a better understanding of what your clients need
Exactly.
and also be able to effectively carry out whatever thing they want you to achieve in the organization. And that's a very good one. Well done, Ma.
Thank you.
So okay, if someone met you today and how would you describe your journey so far in one word?
It has been audacious.
Audacious.
Yeah, because all through the journey, I would say it takes the mind to get to point A to point B. It has been audacious in that there are times that honestly, I feel like just dropping the pen,
Yeah.
dropping everything and leave. But I look back and I say to myself, if I should give up now, then what's the use of my effort so far? So I move. You have to beat yourself. You don't have to wait for someone to encourage you.
Oh,
You don't have to wait for people to even tell you, oh, I believe in you to move. Do not get me wrong. The words, the warm words we get from people has a way of propelling us,
yes.
adding fuel to our wings, right? Making us fly higher, giving us the reason to wake up and do that thing. But you as a person needs that internal pull. So you have to be audacious. Audacious even when people do not believe in
Believe
what
in
you do.
you. Yes.
Audacious even when after submitting your work and your client flips it and even tell you you're doing rubbish, and tomorrow you're not saying, oh, I'm not going to do it
Do it
again.
again.
I stand up and I do it again. And I'm doing it this time around not to solely make that person that say I'm not doing well to make them see that I'm doing it
I'm doing
well.
well.
That is a point. It's also a reason. But I am doing it for myself. To prove to myself that what that person say
It's
is
not
not the
true.
truth. That I can do it regardless of their own opinion. So the journey for me has been that of being audacious.
Audacious. I believe someone in the class, the EDS students, people are beginning to pick some things from what she's saying. When it comes to tech, you don't give up easily. From the beginning, we were more than this, but look around you. You find out that the number of students we had in the beginning has gradually dropped. Not because they are not capable, but some people might have decided to drop along the way because it's not easy. Yes, learning new things you don't have basic knowledge of, and you're here to learn them, and you're being taught on weekly basis. It's not that easy. I know I've heard a lot of people say, I've been working on this, I've been working on that, and I've seen some people's assignments, and when I see it, I smile because yes, it's an improvement, but I believe we still have a very long way to go, and you need that audacious. You need to be audacious, and you also need to stay committed to learning these things if you really want to achieve it. Thank you very much for that, Miss Deborah. And before we dive into your story, what does success in tech mean to you personally?
Success, the word success is progressive. Progressive in that as you're successful here, it's not for you to relent, it's for you to take the next step. It's progressive. And I would say the word success for me is more results.
Okay.
More results, working and getting results. You don't just say, oh, you've arrived here. So once you're done with a certain level, you move. And over time, like I said, the way or where I started isn't where I
You
am
are
now.
today.
So it has been from one phase to another. Success is progressive. And throughout the course of these phases, there has been results. Results can be positive, results can be negative. The negative result is to propel you to re strategize for the next phase to get the positive results. So, progressively, results.
Thank you very much for
Thank
that
you.
brief response. Okay, now when it comes to your personal journey as into tech, how did you start? How did you venture into tech?
Okay, that's a beautiful one. How did I start? How did I start? Okay, first off, it started sometime in 2022, right? It's with a young lady. By young lady, I mean myself, just in my place of primary assignment while serving my fatherland. And I thought to myself, okay, after service, what next? But before, what propelled that question was the curiosity in me. I always ask myself question. I want to know what's happening. I am not complacent. I do not just sit at a place and I'm comfortable. Of course, I am contented, right? But I know there is more. I know there is more to achieve. So after school, while serving and getting myself busy with so many activities, I just know there is a reward. There is a reward outside here, outside the alawi I'm getting, and probably the little money I'm still getting from family. Because when you are in school, family will still see it
Same
that
here.
they still have the responsibility to give you something. But gradually, when during service, everything if you were giving
Reduce,
10,000 before,
to
it will be
reduce.
reduced because they are now looking at you with that mind that okay, you have come of age. Oh, thank God you're done with school. Thank God you're now serving and come and take care of other ones coming. So I did not allow that moment to limit me. So I thought to myself, what is going on in the real world? What are people saying in the real world? And because of that personality that I have, I started noticing that, oh, there is a thing as to the word technology, techie. Oh, this guy is techie. And when I hear the word, oh, he's a tech guy, and I will ask myself, okay, what does being a tech person mean? I ask because curiosity, healthy curiosity,
Healthy curiosity.
healthy curiosity actually makes you to think deeper and farther than even your environment. Because see, when I started thinking like this, right, my friends will always think that this kind of girl, why are you just different? Like you don't understand me. Even before I came here, I told one of my friends, not I don't mean here,
Okay.
but like before I take the bold step of leaving my parents to embark on the journey of exploring how the ideas, the way it's coming in my head, right? I told a friend of mine back where I was, my base, right? Before I moved to Lagos, I said, I am suffocating here.
Hmm.
I told the person that I need to leave this place. I need to leave it. He said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I don't just know, but I feel that there is more. I told the person that I feel that there is more. I need to live here. If I don't live here, I won't understand how I feel.
Yeah.
I will not understand myself. And what took me to that point? Curiosity. I want to know more. And the curiosity wasn't just birthed out of maybe random, playful, unhealthy chats with friends. No, it's bettered out from over time the things I have consumed my mind with. I read books, and when you read books, you start thinking differently. I remember there was a book I read one time when I was like then I was as operating as a sales executive, right, after secondary school, and I started reading books. After reading, it's bettered out a new me. So because I read a book about purpose, the way I laugh changed. The way I discuss changed. Even the things I say changed. I can remember clearly in my head. One of my colleagues says rep, he made a statement because when I finished reading, I did not just keep it to myself. I spoke to my
Share
other
it
colleague
with
that
us.
you need to read this book. It will change your life. So when I was presenting this book to the lady, the guy said, "You want to read this book?" He was telling the lady, "Do you want to read this book that changed, that made this lady to be acting weird? You want to read this book that changed this person to be acting as if she's not in this world
Not
again?"
anymore.
Like practically, he was making jest of me.
Yes.
They all started laughing. And then actually myself, I was not shy. I was like, no, don't say that. I started keeping it to myself. I said, no, this book will actually change you. But that book opened my mind to be more curious. I want to know more. And that's the mind I want us to cultivate here. It's not about the talents that we all have. Let's cultivate that mind of being a learner. Even while you get to the outside world, it is a continuous event,
Process.
continuous act. You'll keep on learning
Learning.
and learning because the digital world changes every 3 months. It changes the interface of let's say okay the common tool everybody uses here, open AI, ChatGPT. The
Yes.
interface of it last 3 months
It's not the
is
same.
not the same of today. And whereby you've not positioned your heart to be learning, when you see, let me even
You
tell
get
you,
frustrated.
let me even tell you, when I see a change, I'm like, hey, this would have come again. I'm like, I don't know how to use this, so I don't understand though. I will be so confused. But someone, a mentor, told me something. And that brings me to the point of having a mentor, of having a support system, a community. He said something, Debbie, I don't want to hear any excuse from you. He said, in this world, Debbie, there are no excuses. So in this world, everything is achievable. And that's why you see scientists, they're acting as if they are God. They are not God. But they have this mindset of everything
Everything
is
is
achievable.
achievable.
And they are still trying, even to the point of creating human being. But God is superior. It's like it is God that
Yeah.
giveth life.
Life.
So in the tech world, embrace it with a heart of learning. Be curious, learn a good communication skill, learn consistency because it's not about showing up, but are you showing up enough to give impact? Because trust me, every the algorithm changes, every approach or strategy will change.
Hmm.
But when it changes, what impact is it leaving? That's what you ask yourself. What impact is it leaving? So as you are building consistency, it's not about posting and to be seen. No, but that consistency is to build reputation. Because someday, you see, that act of consistency will pay off for you. Those that did not continue, your consistency, someone can just pick you out because they have gone to check, this person did not give up. And the person will pick you just because of that skill, because you did not give up.
Give up.
So embrace curiosity, communication, consistency, and lastly, be open to learning. Have a good mindset. Your mindset open doors for you. Your mindset, right? Open doors for you. Because I might have the mindset that this work among my team is not achievable. There's a movie I watched, The Forge, and I would like us to watch that movie. Like I said, that's where I said it's not about watching a movie or seeing
Movie
a thing black and white and you say, oh, I've just watched a movie black and white. But think what happened behind.
behind, yes.
Think, oh, look at what this person displayed here. The way at which negotiation skills, critical thinking, and
Communication
was, yes,
skill.
the way that kind of, the way that skill was displayed in that movie, it will actually do a whole lot. There's a whole lot. But I believe those few points that I've just listed will go take us a long while.
Thank you so much, Miss Deborah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
It's been an insightful, interesting moment having these conversations with you. Because of our time, I would like to give this opportunity to the EDST students. If there's anyone that have any question to ask, she's here. Next few minutes, we'll be taking your questions. So, anybody, any questions?
Good
Okay, good
afternoon.
afternoon.
questions, but I'll try and ask one or two just so others can also ask there. So first of all, I want to ask Ms. Deborah. My name is Stephen, so in case Deborah doesn't know,
Yeah.
so my name is Stephen. So I want to ask, has there ever been a time when you were starting or when you started learning about tech, has there ever been a time when you feel down and you feel like you want to quit? So at that moment, what exactly kept you pushing that made you not to quit? The second one, I want to know because I know it's not easy, especially with this time and age. It might be easier like 10 years ago than now because now the world is evolving as the day goes by. And one thing we don't have now is time because there are a lot of things that you have to do. Because I remember currently I have not been able to do laundry for the past 7 weeks because I only have Saturdays as a free time for me. But ever since this class started, I've not been able to do that. There is no more time for me. Sundays are -1. So you go to church, meeting, come back, right? You
Okay.
have to prepare for work for the next week. So there's no time. How do you manage them?
Timing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, first question you asked about, has there been moments whereby I want to quit, and how did I um, come out from such situation?
Situation.
Right, that feeling. Trust me, that feeling comes in almost all the time. And it comes in stronger when you are not getting what you want to get. It comes in stronger when maybe after meeting a wonderful client and you're done with their job, and the way they will just use mouth and destroy
Trash
your hours,
efforts.
your plenty time. And because you have been groomed not to get angry and to communicate rightly, you manage anger, you suppress it, you hold yourself, and you even cry. You will cry plenty times, especially when you're even working with teams. When I started with teams, honestly, there are moments that I shed tears internally because I'm not one that want to shed tears
It says
in the
yes in
open,
your
right?
presence.
But I know where I cry my cry. So yes, there are plenty time that I want to give up. But like I said when I started, if I give up, then what is my effort for? Like you just mentioned that you have time that you do other things before, and now you do not have the time again because you gave out that time for this, and you are here to achieve this, right? So imagine you give up now. That means all of the laughter that your friends have been laughing at, you're wasting your time.
Yeah,
Well,
all
that
in
one
vain.
now is there. That means they are right. They have conquered. And me, like I said earlier, I do not accept defeat. Not that I don't mean not accepting defeat in terms of I when I know that I'm wrong. No, I don't want to take
Mm,
correction. No, 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 no. What I mean is when I know that I can do more,
you don't give
I
up.
do not give up. Right? So when that time comes, I have always been my best fan. I am the fan of myself.
Your number one
My
cheerleader.
number one cheerleader. I am myself. So even in the family, even in the home, even in anywhere I find myself, I encourage myself. So after crying and crying, I might rant and rant and rant. I won't do this again. I am not going back again. But let me just give me time. Let me go back to my quiet space by myself. I will talk to myself. My head will change and I will continue. I will see plenty reasons why I have to keep up. And do you know what I will not do? I'll start picturing myself succeeding. Like I'll picture myself in the glory of my sources. I will picture myself, you know, enjoying the kind of life that
You've always
I
wanted.
want to. Do you understand? So when I picture my sources, when I picture my end, and I'm like, oh, it's achievable now. I'll just tell myself it is achievable.
I can do
I
this.
can do it. Imagine me driving that car like it is my money. It is not anybody's money. It is not even one man's money. It is my own. Of course, that doesn't mean I don't want to be treated like a baby girl. I want to have that baby
Who
girl
doesn't want
treatment.
to?
I want it. But when I picture that, I can I can get there. I can even get to that whereby I have my own funds. I check my details and I have those things. And being a church person, I picture that whenever they call for this in the church, I have the funds to do it. Why not? Why will I give up? Giving up is not
An
an option,
option.
but I feel it, yes, but it's not an option. That answer your question, right?
Thank you.
So the second one is how to balance time. You know, in all spheres of life, you have to learn how to balance time. I say success is rewarded with more work. You don't just say you are successful. As a matter of fact, do you know the success we all desire is more work, higher
Yes.
than even the level we are now? It's countless sleepless nights. So start now and be telling yourself, I need how can I manage this little that I have? How can I manage myself creating time for necessary needs for my life, right? When you start asking yourself that question and be intentional, don't just be oblivious about it. No, don't just think that it doesn't exist. Be intentional. So sometimes, even now, what I do to my, or how I work, how I tell myself and it works for me was is that I will say, as a lady, imagine how tiring it can be exhausting. When I get home, I will just want to sleep, and
Yes.
that's all. And I tell myself, so what if I get married? Not if, what if? When I get married and
And
I
have
have my
kids.
and I have kids, will I now stop this job, or how will I balance my work life
With
and
family.
family life? So what do I do? That is where you start counting your time. Trust me, you have plenty time in your hands. So how do we beat and balance it is by calculating your time. Each hour, every minute, every second counts. So what you will do, you can now tell yourself, you see this particular job I want to do now, from 7, let me say you wake up 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. From 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., maybe I might just do my prayers, or 30 minutes. From 30 minutes to so minutes, I will do this. The next minute, you will do this. For your exercise, 1 hour. The next time, like you have to calculate per time what you do. The excesses for frivolities, take it
Has
off.
come up.
I'm not saying you will not have quality time with friends. You also infuse
That's quality
that
time.
quality time with friends so that you will know, and my friends, when I'm with my family, I know I'm spending 2 hours with them. We'll play, do all our jokes and all of that. But once the hours, they will now know, because with time, your
You'll get
families will
used
know
to it.
that you are now principled. And a principled man excel. If you are not principled, you will not excel, because show me a successful man today, and I will tell you that that person has been principled over time. They have a laid down
Pattern.
activities and patterns. Yes, study your patterns and build it over time. Trust me, you will get it. I don't know CEOs doing compelling and managing big multiple conglomerates.
Yeah, they
Are
are.
they not doing it? Okay, can you compare it with the time you're doing now? Which one is more? So all you just have to do is work with your time, work with your timing. Those times that you sit with your friends and nah, this and that, cut it off, reduce it. You have your time. But do you know that when you are more principled, you gain respect? When you're more principled, you not even you command and you gain respect. In school, I'm even telling myself that I'm not even more principled. It's even now I'm trying to reduce it a bit. Then they will tell me you have this auntie vibes. I say little
Obviously.
girl like me, little lady like me. Just they say yes. My friends will say boss lady. I say please don't call me boss lady. I'm not. But over time I realized that they saw something. I don't just sit with you to just have a random
No
conversation.
chance.
If I discuss with you, if I sit down and we are talking and we are chatting, trust me, we will both go leave that conversation room refreshed, because I intentionally want to have that conversation
Conversation.
that will benefit both of us. But yes, I want to play. Honestly, it's now that I'm trying to be free to play.
So I stepped out a little bit and I really have very bad. So,
just want to ask two things. So number one is how do you get it, right? So for some of us here who are we don't really know
Know how
what
to
to do.
do, yes.
Yes. Where how am I going to earn money? And how do you get your first job? You want to share more details into the first job and do. Right? So that's one. Then number two is, after learning a skill, let me in speaking language, your first job first, you start making money out of it. In terms of people want you to do free
Free
jobs
gigs,
for them.
yes.
Right? So what are the side gigs that you do or I can do for some of us that are practically learning one of most of the things that align with what you like. So how did you get them? You render free services first before you start earning them or if there's no money involved. So how do I also in that process get experiences and handle? I hope you understand
Yeah.
my thought process.
All right. So how I landed my first job was that when I finished, right? Even before when I noticed that I will be done, and fortunately where I was trained, right, we have been also trained to handle, we are trained with real life stuff. And she was it was a lady, she was a good tutor in that we started building portfolio, like not really building the portfolio itself but giving a template of how it should be, right? So when before I finished, I started, this is me again, launching and searching, where can I put myself, what are they offering, what are they looking for. So you can even build your CV by knowing what is the requirement for that field of yours, your field. Understand and check what are employers looking for. So I looked out for that and I realized that okay, the one I don't have, I take it, I don't have it there. The ones I have, I mark the good. And then I now check the gap. How can I get the one I don't have, the skill I don't have? After training, before it ended, I started launching and acting, and I was telling people, what a social media manager. I can do this for you. Sell yourself. Say, use your mouth and sell. What people selling is all about presenting yourself. While you are talking, when people look at you, what is the perception you want them to have of you? So that is what I started saying. If you allow me handle your chat, your page, I will do this, I will do that. Okay, first off, right? What even came to my head was that I have a base, I have my customers already on ground. I have my people. Because as a SMM, that's social media manager, I feel every business owner can handle their page. That's the mind. So I say I'll start with the church, my church. You know me now. I'll go and meet them and say, you see, this is your business. Do you know that you can do more? Do you know? And while I am saying that, my head too, I am thinking, what will I do to give them my word? Because it's not about saying you will do. Can you actually give them your word, right? And understand that it takes two to achieve something. In as much as they're bringing you on board, you also need them to believe in you and to give you the resources, right? Some of the resources you need, because there are some resources that actually you cannot do your own. You can't do go further if they do not provide that. Some clients will even tell you, they will like, no, I can do this. And as you're telling them, this thing will work for you, do this way, they will say, no, I want you to do it this other way. So in that situation, what will you do? So you have to also think how to now bridge the gap between your idea and the idea of your client. So first of all, I was with the mindset that I will go to my business tycoons in church, in my community. Now, see, I didn't look far. You understand? I didn't look far now. I look around me. I searched around me. The people that I can help with my service. So I was not going to them. I started off with where I was working back home. So and I was a secretary there. So what I now did was I took up the social media page. I was now posting, doing my own gradually, doing what I can do. And as I was doing this, I was also learning. The one that I could not remember, I would go back to my my resource, and check. So I was doing that and doing that. For me, what best pushed me or landed me my first clients wasn't even the entire skill, wasn't even the talent, but my character. The principle, like me, myself, was what landed me the first skill. The person saw that I was persistent. Even if I am ever ready to learn. Even when I don't know it, I'm like, okay,
Yes.
okay, all right, okay. And you see my friends, they'll say, I just like the fact that you're ever ready to learn. And I was like, if I have that mindset, I am the one that is gaining. Being overly smart and showing that you're overly smart, it doesn't do you any good. Trust
Oh,
me. But when you are humble and you portray this attitude of learning, you see everybody will want to pour inside of you. Now you become the landing page. This person will drop. The person will drop. Tell me who will gain. Just like I told somebody that the person that begs, right? Now that's the person that gains a lot. You see the person that say, give me 5 naira. They always go and be begging, begging, begging. That person is likely to even have money more than the person that is giving the person. Because I am coming to you to collect. I'll go to this place and collect. I will go to the other person and collect. And if I am able to utilize all I have collected, I will stand out. So that is the mindset. I was ever ready to learn. So because of that mindset, I saw an opportunity where, although I told people this is what I do, a closed mouth is a closed
close
destiny.
destiny.
So I was always talking, this is what I can do, this is what I can do. And so a relative saw an opportunity and presented it to me that this is what they have to offer, and which is for community management. And the pay is even less than a six figure. And I was like, okay, now this is me. I was even telling myself that once I'm done with school and all of that, imagine a graduate. I did not say a whole graduate, a whole this coming to collect this peanut, this money that even when I was doing sales girl or as a sales executive, I was earning close to
More than
that.
that.
Do you understand? Humility, learning approach, mindset. I didn't say that. I told the person, why not? I will take it with joy. And you see how God works. When I started that job, I wasn't even paid what they offered. I wasn't paid what they wrote that I will be given. It was more. And why? The person saw that I did not fidget. I didn't say, no, how can I? Because over time, I have seen most people, they come to work for the
For
money
the
and they tell
money.
you, why did I go and learn this skill? See, trust me, yes, we learn skills for money. But when you are able to give value, money will find
Find
you.
you.
Money will find you. So what am I saying? Focus on building value, of making yourself stand out. What earned me my first gig was humility, a mindset of learning was what got me there. And when I was there, my character sustained me. You might have the skill and you get there, but your character will keep you in
Sustain
that job.
you.
Your client might say, nah, I can't work with you again. Go. But your character, if your client is pleased, will say, I want to entrust you with more contracts. I want to entrust you with my friends' contract. And that's where word of mouth comes.
Comes in.
They tell people about
What
you.
you do.
Honestly, I would love to tell growing minds, every growing mind in learning any skill that do not approach you going to learn a skill. Do not approach the mindset of you going to learn a skill because based on the fact that you want to
Make money.
pay bills alone. Because if you start with that mindset alone, if you build on that mindset, you'll be frustrated. Trust, you'll be frustrated. Because this is you learning a skill to to add your quota in the already existing ocean. And You are now asking yourself, what will make you stand out amongst these people? At the same time, you also you I know you're learning this skill because you want to pay bills in life. But what will you do when, imagine Jennifer is a well-known developer and me, I'm just learning, and we have a client, and this client knows that there are professional developers, and me, I'm coming to tell the person that I will do this for you. Hey, and I use all my sweet man and I'm saying, I will do this, I will do that, I will build and I show you. But you know that as humans, the clients who might want to consider me probably because they have low budget, or probably because they do not even have money, and but they need these services. So they might want to consider me and say, okay, come and do this. You can take freebies, you can give out freebies, but do not burn yourself while extending a hand of help to people. Know when to say no and when to say yes, I can take more. Every person you see doing well in any skill, they will always tell you that there was a time that anywhere but let's say anything that
Yes.
comes goes. Anything that comes goes, they take it. Why? They are using that thing to drill themselves, to drill the juice out of them. They believe in themselves. And that's why I started off by saying your mindset to the approach of all of these things matters. Don't start off with the mind that you want to pay bills or you want to be earning seven figures alone. Yes, we want to earn money. We want to get things. But if you start off with the mind that if you start with the mind of you want to get money, you will be frustrated even before you get to the destination. Because it doesn't take just one night to be successful. It's a journey. And so imagine, see, that's why in this life, people lose out course and they live some certain kind of life that they do not want to live because they get frustrated and because the end goal they have, that is, if you wake them overnight, that is what they have is money, bills, money, bills, money, bills. And so anything that is not giving them money or that is not paying bills does
You won't
not
find
go
them
for them.
there.
And if anything that can give them money and that pay bills, no matter where it is coming from or how it is coming, it works. And that's why people can also fall prey to Ponzi schemes. Learning a skill is not Ponzi scheme. It's not overnight. It
Process.
grows. Just one night, a night, or a move, a strategy can change your life for good. Maybe out of the plenty, the numerous, I don't just plenty, the numerous freebies that you have offered, right? That you have offered will present, you don't know where somebody will speak on your behalf. And mind you, how else would you want to build portfolio when you do not give free bills?
That's
But
true.
the goal is just to know when to say yes and when to say no. Because human beings will want to ride on you and take it and be
You
going. But
keep
so just
right.
know when to say no and when to say yes. Know when to, and know the kind of people that you want to even give that free offer. Because in as much as we are learning these skills, we know it is not just any kind of client we want now.
Yes.
Abi, do you want clients of just petty petty? No, you want big clients. And what does big clients look for? You look at those things. So if you see a freebie, right, that will likely prepare you, that will likely give you that CV, that portfolio towards that big gig that you're looking for, why not take it now? Because you're not getting money, but you're getting exposure. In life we are being paid in different ways. It's not only money. It's not only like cash,
Physical cash.
physical cash that you're being paid with. Sometimes you're paid in kind, even where you are not available, where you are not in the room.
They
Somebody
speak for
can
you.
speak for you because at a certain time in their life, you were there. Why do people offer volunteering jobs? Why? In today there is an event happening SM Fest. SM First here in Abuja currently will say, yeah, sorry, I love such kind of gathering. I look for, if not that it is not in Lagos, trust
You
me, I would
have
have
been there.
attended and I would have offered myself to be a volunteer. Why?
Opportunity to grow.
Opportunities. So it's not about the money alone. Before you give free offers, know the kind of free offer you're giving. And if it doesn't pay in cash, it will pay in areas where even your face cannot even get you.
Mm. Thank you very much, Ms. Deborah.
Yes, sorry, I want to add something before that. So I won't forget. In the digital world, right? It's not your CV, the stack of I work so place. I trained this. I learned this in YouTube. I acquire a certificate in Coursera. I did this. I will get you the job alone. They want to see portfolio. What have you done? What can you do? What have you achieved? So, and you cannot build portfolio when you don't work. So, if you also want to believe in you, give them a reason to believe in you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you.
been an interesting section with you today, and I believe everyone here has learned one or two things from all that has been said here. It's a pleasure having you,
The
Ma.
pleasure is
And we look
mine.
forward to having more opportunities to speak with you
Thank
because I
you.
really enjoyed having you speak
Thank
here.
you.